Hello everyone, welcome to Sade's Tarot Tea. So today guys, I'm going to be doing a really difficult video on NAYA RIVERA. NAYA RIVERA just recently passed away, and you guys probably already know the story about how she went out, she rented a boat, and she went to I forgot what the lake was called, but she ended up going to a lake little, you know, vacation with her son. Her son is so freaking cute, oh my god. And she did not come back, and they had to open the investigation twice because for some reason they thought, oh, we'll just close it. So I just recently, their news broke that they found her body apparently in the lake, and I want to tell you guys what I picked up on. I will not be pulling on NAYA's energy. She has passed away. I felt that right as news broke, and they first said that they were looking for her. I felt it. I felt that she had passed, and it would be very disrespectful of me to pull on her even though she just passed away. It'd be disrespectful. So I will be doing a reading in the future guys on NAYA, and yeah, so please look out for that. But I want to do a short reading on the case because I don't want to stay too long on this because it's, you know, I don't want to stay too long on it because it's just, you know, it's not right to, I don't want to get into pulling on her energy, you know, guys. I don't want to get into pulling on her energy. I could easily slip into that. I want to see what the energy was around NAYA before her and her son went to, went out. I also want to look at NAYA RIVERA's chart and talk about the type of person she was. May she rest in peace. I've always wanted to do a reading on her and the cast of Glee. So yeah, look out for that guys in the future. I know that she will be the third person from the Glee cast that has passed away, which is very, very sad. So this is very disheartening to hear this. I'm gonna basically pull on what I feel like Spirit will allow me to talk about and be as respectful guys as possible, okay guys? So I will not be tapping NAYA's energy. I will not pull on her. Am I looking at her chart to see what type of person she was? Absolutely. And I want to see the energy around her before her passing, okay? If you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, just want to make this known, I am available. Please email me at sadestarot@yahoo.com. And if you guys like what you see here, you would like to see more, please subscribe to my channel. I am at 11K. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you guys. I try not to focus on the numbers because that's not important, but I want to give you guys a quick thank you so much for, you know, believing in my channel, believing in me, trusting me to read on these celebrities and every person I've done personal readings on and will do. Thank you for reaching out. You guys don't know how much it means to me that you guys trust me. You know what I mean? Like, it's the biggest honor. So I want to say a quick thank you before we get started reading on the beautiful NAYA RIVERA. Oh my god. So guys, I want to look at her chart first because I feel like this will talk about what type of person NAYA was. You guys know I'm big on birth charts. So we're going to spend a little bit of time reading on that, and we can move on into what happened before her passing, and what type of energy was around her at that time. We will look into what happened before she died. Okay guys, that's where I will stop, okay? And this will be what Spirit will allow me to see, okay guys? So her sun is in Capricorn, her moon is in Gemini, her Mercury is in Capricorn, her Venus was in Sagittarius, her Venus was in Sagittarius, her Mars was in Aries, and her her rising was in Gemini. So the first thing I'm feeling from NAYA, I did not know NAYA RIVERA was a Capricorn. This blew my fucking mind, but it made so much sense because when I tapped tap her energy in the chart, I'm not tapping her right now, but when I'm tapping her chart energy, guys. So when I look at her chart, I'm seeing that NAYA was she was a very hard worker, like was very hard on herself. If she wasn't able to perfect her craft or perfect something, she conquered things very fast with her Mars in Aries. She lived her life very fast, not in a way like where she was doing reckless things or anything. Maybe when she was a teenager, she did things like she had a bit of a temper. I feel like NAYA could have a bit of a temper, but quickly her anger would die. You know, she wasn't someone, her chart is saying to me, I'm not someone that, you know, like to hold grudges. I like to make people laugh. I feel like, you know, Naya was someone that had a lot of joy for life, and, you know, she wanted to make people smile. Like, so even if she was hurting, she wouldn't let you know. Even if she, you know, moved through life and things didn't work out, she was someone that always persevered. Like, she believed in hard work, dedication, and that is the biggest thing that I'm already picking up from Naya's chart, is that she was someone that truly believed in working hard for what you want in life, and nothing came easy. And her being a Capricorn, guys, that's telling me too, nothing came easy to Naya. You know what I mean? Like, she had to really fight for what she wanted. And you know, Glee being her big breakout role, she was very hard on herself. I'm seeing with her chart, she was very, I don't know if I already said that, but she was very, very hard on herself. I am feeling like she beat herself up a lot, especially after her role in Glee. Like, I'm seeing things to her did not always come very easy even after that, and it just kind of like rubbed her the wrong way. She would get really upset. I am also picking up that she didn't have the best luck in her love life. I always felt that from her, especially when she dated Big Sean. I'm feeling like she liked to date men that like to control her and did not treat her right. So that was a big issue in her love life. Okay, guys. She always wanted to be a mother. So when she had her son, she was very complete. Like, she always felt like she wanted to have a child, and when she had her son, it was just like, oh my god, like, she felt like her son was her angel, like her savior. She's going to be very close to her son. I'm seeing her be very guarded and protective over her son. He will be spiritually protected, which is so beautiful to hear that. It's beautiful that God is going to let her say her last goodbye to her son. Yes, so that's what I will say. Yeah, God is letting me say that. Another thing I'm feeling is that I feel like Naya lived in her head a lot. Like, again, when something would bother her, like, she would not talk about it. Like, she would not talk about it. I am picking up on she did suffer from depression, allegedly. I'm not going to diagnose her, but I am picking up on very depressive energy. Now, was she suicidal? Not feeling that. Like I said, she was someone that persevered. Now, she did feel this way before she had her son. There was moments where she felt very down on herself and suicidal. I did pick up on that. But she never acted on it. I'm not saying she acted on it. If she thought about it, she would kind of like maybe get close to it, but not do it. Yeah. And this was when she was in her love life. Like, it was very, she took on a lot of her partner's trauma. Is what I'm picking up on. Like, a lot of, she was big on communication, but not about her emotions. I'm picking up more so that, you know, her friends or people that she was in a relationship would vent to her, and she would be the fixer. Like, Naya was a fixer. Like, she would fix other people's problems, which is very Capricorn of her. Very Capricorn of her. She didn't like to deal with, okay, Naya, you're not doing well. You're not okay, right? Another thing, guys, I want to say I keep picking up on is I keep picking up on addiction with her. So I don't know, I'm not feeling drugs, I'm feeling more so alcohol. Okay, guys, so if I'm wrong on this, I'm wrong, but maybe this was before her son, she got clean with that because she was very in her head. There were a lot of demons that Naya battled in her head. Okay, guys, so even though we saw her on her Instagram and she was happy and like she was smiling, the way you could tell Naya wasn't doing okay. I want to show some pictures of what I've noticed, guys, when I was looking at her Instagram, because I knew I was going to do this reading, so I wanted to pick up on her energy. She got really skinny. Did you guys notice this? She was very healthy looking, like she had like beautiful curves and stuff, but there were certain pictures I noticed, like in her face, you could see that she wasn't okay. You could see it in Naya's eyes. Like, when Capricorns aren't doing well, hate to expose y'all, but when Capricorns are not doing well, because they're very good at hiding their issues, Capricorns they're so good at wearing that poker face, right, guys? They don't like people knowing that they're not doing well. They don't like people knowing that they don't have their life together or that they don't have all the answers. Capricorns hate people knowing how vulnerable they can really be, and that they don't always seem to have everything figured out. So I am seeing in Naya's eyes, guys, if you look at some photos of her, or a photo I'm showing right now, look at her eyes. You can tell that she's not happy. You can tell that there's something wrong. Now, am I picking up that she's suicidal? No. I feel like when she had her son, everything, just like I said, he was her saving grace. He was her angel, because she did deal with, and she did deal with some past stuff in her life. She did go through some really crazy issues with her family, I'm picking up on, guys. She was very guarded too, so even if she did want to talk about it, she felt like she really couldn't. She felt like people really wouldn't understand. But I'm seeing she had manipulative partners. So I don't know if this is her ex, which is the man that was the, you know, her son's father. I keep picking up on his energy. So let me know, guys, if you know anything about her ex. Ryan is his name? Ryan Dozy? I'll put his picture but and his name, but I think his name's Ryan. She had a really rocky relationship with him. Now, my best friend told me a little bit that she was being abusive with him, like she would hit him, but I don't know. Like, I feel like her ex would spin things. I keep picking up this very manipulative energy from her ex-husband. So I'm not saying that Naya never hit him, but Naya, she had some things that she felt like she battled in her head, guys. Like, she feels like she needed to always like defend herself, and with that Mars and Aries, I'm not surprised that she would get aggressive. Okay, having your Mars and Aries, you could be a very aggressive person, you could be a very angry person if it's not channeled right. Especially if her being that Capricorn, that can be a very tough placement to have. Having a Cap Sun with a Mars and Aries, you're gonna get a very aggressive Capricorn. Okay, someone that will lash out when they're upset, someone that her loyalty goes very deep. And so I feel like he was like cheating or doing just very crazy, you know, manipulative things to her. Now, I'm not saying that her being abusive was right, okay, guys? But I also feel like he was abusive too. I feel like they had a very toxic relationship, and it played a lot on her Gemini moon. And she kept going back to him, because I've learned that Gemini moons will keep going back to their partner. So when she divorced him, or when they divorced officially, she really fell into this deep pit, because she puts a lot of emphasis on her relationships. Even though she's a Venus in Sag, she puts a lot of emphasis on her relationship. She doesn't like change. She doesn't like things being moved out of her life, because that's change. So she took it very hard when Ryan and her divorced. Okay, so there were moments that she was not okay, but I'm not picking up so much that she was suicidal, especially before she passed. She was doing fine. But what I am feeling is that she did get sober, she did get clean when she had her son. But I don't know if you guys would consider this sober, but I am picking up, I'm gonna say this, if I get hate for it, whatever, but I am feeling like Naya would indulge in wine here and there, because she is a Capricorn, and Capricorns, a lot of times, not all Capricorns, but Capricorns are very good, guys, at hiding their addictions. They're very good at it. So, or just anything that they're going through, and that's why people are like, what happened? Like, what is going on? Well, I'm picking up that Naya wanted to just get away with her son. She was doing fine. Things were kind of, you know, things were moving a little slow for her in her work life, but she was okay. She was getting to that point where she was getting confident, and she was at peace with her son. But this is what she would tell herself, because like I said, she didn't like dealing with her emotions. Gemini moon doesn't like dealing with her emotions, you know. So her having that, you know, energy of, okay, I need to escape my emotions, I do feel, I could be wrong, guys, but I do feel like she would indulge a little bit in having wine to relax. Okay, I'm not judging her, but she did have a little, I feel like, we'll see when the autopsy comes back, but I do feel like she was indulging a little bit in having wine, and she went swimming with her son. I do feel like that was true. I don't know why, guys, but I keep seeing Naya like dope. Hey guys, so I also wanted to add to this part that I was picking up also, that when I was hearing that Naya drowned, I kept feeling like, also, I didn't say this in the video, that maybe she was being pulled under for some reason. So I don't know if there's anything in the lake, not that there's any creatures or, you know, mammal sea life that would have done this, but like, I feel like there is something to also a comment that I saw about how the lake is dangerous for some reason. So let me know, guys, if you know anything about this lake and some of the conspiracies behind it. But yeah, I feel like the lake was a little deep or dangerous than she anticipated, and that caused her to drown. as well as when she was relaxing too. So I hope this part made sense, guys. I apologize for the confusion. I didn't go into details on how I feel like she was being pulled under. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about this part, and yeah, let's get back to the video. Thank you for listening. Naya like doze off. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I haven't been so far, because I did feel like she drowned and they found her body in the lake. So we'll see if that, they're still looking at to see if it's her, but I think I saw in an article that, because I was picking up on this before, I was picking up on this, guys, when they were still looking for her. But I was like, I swear, like when the news first broke, I heard drowned. Okay, now I know we equate that to water and drowning, but I literally heard that. Like I was like, I know that's so cliche to say that. It's like, oh, of course people would say she drowned, but Naya wasn't reckless like that. She was a very careful person, especially looking at her Capricorn sun with that Mercury and Capricorn Gemini energy. Did she have moments where she was flighty and all over the place? Absolutely. And those were the times where she didn't tap back in with herself. So she wasn't in her right state of mind all the way when she went out to the lake with her son. She wasn't all the way in her right state of mind. I keep feeling like she was detached. I keep feeling it, guys. I don't know what this means. I'm going with it. Spirit is just saying this to me. So I am feeling like there was a bit of a detachment. She just wanted it to be her and her son. Absolutely, it was beautiful. But I keep feeling like she just wanted to not think about her problems. She wanted to not obsess about being in a relationship. She wanted to not obsess about being in her career, right? So she really just is like, okay, I'm going to go out. I'm going to just be with my son. I'll come back later and deal with my problems later. Naya always says this. I'm hearing this from her. She's like, I'll deal with this later. I'll deal with this later. And so she did that a lot. She did that a lot. So I'm seeing her on the boat. They get in the water with her and her son. Her son's swimming around having fun. And I don't know why, but I'm seeing Naya float on her back. And, you know, she's just chilling, and her son is safe in the boat. Now, I don't know. They're saying that the son got on the boat himself. The son said, oh, I was swimming with my mom, you know. And he's like, I went back on the boat, you know. And so I feel like Naya helped him. People are wondering, how did the son get back on the boat? The son is kind of tall. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the boy is not exactly like little, okay? Like, I feel like her son is going to be very tall when he gets older, but y'all are acting like the boy is completely helpless. Like, I feel like her son's very smart. I feel like he's very smart, very energetic. I get this very energetic. I don't know what her son's sign is. I think I knew, but I forgot. I have to look out what sign her son is, but I keep picking up this very energetic energy from him. And so I'm seeing them, you know, swim around a little bit, and she's floating on her back, because Naya was like, oh, you know, I'm confident I can swim. But I think and this does happen, guys. People do doze off when they have wine or when they're floating. She was just trying to relax, and I'm seeing her fall asleep, and she began to drown. She began to, like, she was out. She was out. I feel it. I'm seeing her eyes close, and she completely blacks out. And so I'm seeing her son already get on the boat, or she helped him on the boat before she floated on her back. And I'm seeing her sink to the bottom, and I'm seeing the top of the water. As she wakes up, I'm seeing she blacks out, but she wakes up, but it was too late. She was already drowning. She was already losing oxygen. And sometimes that can happen, you know, seeing yourself die, or maybe she's seeing herself pass. Maybe that's what I'm seeing. I don't know. I'm just seeing it, guys. So people, I did see one reading say that Naya had a stalker. I was watching one reading, you know. I didn't want to take anything. I didn't want to copy. I was like, well, let me just see for myself, right? So I'm going to still pull a little bit of cards to see if I'm, you know, feeling what I'm feeling, guys. You know, I'm just pulling from my intuition. I'm just allowing spirit to show me. So this is what they've been showing me for the past couple of days now. Now I feel like Naya did have, you know, I am picking up on crazy men around her, or men that felt entitled to her energy. But that, I'm feeling it, guys. The lake was completely empty. It was very peaceful when she went out. It was very peaceful. I'm not picking up on weird energy. I'm not picking up on, oh, someone was like watching her. Did she get watched a lot? Absolutely. Did they follow her? Maybe. But in this moment, I'm not seeing that, you know. And Naya was already very cautious of that. She knew people were kind of like already in her circle. I feel like Naya also may have had security. Okay, guys, not saying she took security that time, but she does she's very cautious. That's very Capricorn of her, to be cautious. Capricorns can get told that they're paranoid a lot of times, because they're always like, oh my god, because Capricorns go through a lot in their childhood. So anyway, guys, we'll see what more comes out about her. But the reason it took them so long to find her body is because she sunk a lot. The lake that she went to, I don't remember how much they said, how deep they said the lake was, but I'm feeling it's deep. It's really deep. You wouldn't think the lake would be that deep. And from what they said, I didn't hear how deep the lake is, I don't think, but apparently there's a lot of like debris and like trees under there. Well, her body was under a lot of the soot and like a lot. It was hidden. So that's why they had a hard time finding her, and that's why they needed divers. And I was like, why don't they use divers? Why don't they use divers? They need a human to actually go in the water and search for her. I kept feeling her body was in the water. But a lot of one of the readers I watched said that, I only watched like one reading, but he was talking about how her body's not in the lake. It is in the lake. It was. So now today, as I record this video, guys, news has broken that they found her body. I knew they were going to find her body. And he was saying that, the reader I watched said that they weren't going to find her body. I was like, no, they're going to find it. Oh, it's in the lake. So I'm not picking up, guys, I could be wrong, but I'm not picking up on someone threw her body in the water. I was trying to ask Spirit, did someone murder her? Was she suicidal? I'm hearing nope. I'm hearing it was a peaceful, she was peaceful. It was peaceful around her, you know. No one was really on the lake that day. She went on a day where it was very peaceful, because she did it on purpose. She wanted it to just be her and her son. And I was like, okay, well, was it suicide? So we're gonna ask Spirit, okay, guys, because like I said, I can be wrong. You know, my ears are popping, so I am channeling it very deeply. I could be wrong though, okay, guys? I will take it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay, guys, so I've already pulled 3 cards. The Spirit is talking to me. They were like, this is what happened. So I could be wrong. I'll take it. But look what came out, guys. Emotional withdrawal. Look at how he's there, and there's water. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy, guys? She was not dealing with something. She was not dealing with something. Is this telling me she's suicidal? No. Did she have moments where she was? Possibly. You know what's even crazier, guys? I keep looking at this 8, and 8 means transformation. 8's can mean transformation, can mean transitioning into the afterlife. She was supposed to, I know this is gonna sound crazy, guys, but she was supposed to go the day she went. This card is telling me that she was supposed to go. That's why, yes, it's unfortunate that her son was there. It's very unfortunate, but Spirit was wanting to take her from this world, because Naya has gone through a lot. She's gone through a lot, and her time was up. Her time was up. Spirit is telling me the way she went was peaceful. She went very peacefully, and the reason for that is maybe I was seeing her have an outer body experience, like maybe she watched herself drown or something, because at first I was like, well, did she open up her eyes, Spirit, as she was passing? Spirit's like, she watched herself pass. She had an outer body experience as she was passing. And sometimes, guys, that does happen. We can watch ourselves die, and she watched herself die, because Spirit is like, she was supposed to go. Is it unfortunate the way she went? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm also seeing balance. She was out of balance. She was out of body. Truth card came out. We're going to find out more information will come out, okay, about Naya and what has occurred. But they're really not going to know what happened, because it's one of those coincidences or mysteries where it's like, Spirit's like, it was supposed to happen. You know, she was supposed to go. It's like when Aaliyah passed, guys. It feels like that. It feels like when Aaliyah passed, how it was just unexplained. It feels like how it was just unexplainable. Like, there's so many conspiracy theories around Aaliyah's death. That's how Naya's death is reminding me of that, guys. Naya's death is reminding me of that, because Aaliyah, when I pulled on Aaliyah, Aaliyah was having a lot of signs that she was going to go. She was having a lot of signs. Now, Naya, on the other hand, probably was getting signs because the truth card came out, but was running from it. She was running from it. Now, guys, I'm not saying that Naya deserved to pass. That is not what I'm saying. Please don't take this wrong. But Spirit is saying she's going to be an angel for her son. She's going to be an angel for her son. Yeah. The universe was ready to take her, guys. I hate to say this, but Spirit is telling me it's predestined. Please don't think I don't feel like it was murder. I don't feel like it was murder. I feel like she was supposed to go. I feel like Naya was exploited a lot. I don't know why I feel that. Maybe this is from the men that made her feel off balance. Okay, guys, I heard exploited. Now, this could be the stalkers that when I watched that other tarot reader, it could literally be what he was talking about how she would get watched, you know, because her sacral chakra card is coming out. Now, she was very sexual because her Mars is in Aries, so she gained a lot of power from her sex life. Okay, that has nothing to do with her death, but that just came out. I don't know. So maybe she was talking to someone before as well. Yeah, foundation and achievements came out, guys. Look at this. Wow. The truth is, Naya achieved everything she was supposed to achieve. She achieved everything. There was nothing else for her to achieve. But the reason she fell off balance is because she was putting her worth into things that were not for her. Okay, guys, so this doesn't make sense to me, but the universe is saying we had to take her because she was too precious for this world. She was. And she was very tainted. Very, very tainted. Very tainted. Not saying that she was a bad person, but people would exploit her. That's what I mean, tainted. Okay, guys? So sometimes Spirit can do that. Spirit, if we're going through this life and, you know, we're supposed to go through all of these things, right? Right when we reach that lesson, boom, that's when it can happen. Death can occur in the most weirdest ways. And that's why it's not making sense to people, because it's not supposed to be for us to make sense of. But people are always going to want to know the truth behind why she passed. Was it a murder? Was it a suicide? And Spirit is saying no. It was, the truth is that we were supposed to take her. Okay, I also want to see, guys, how her son will be, because I think that is very important. I'm going to see if Spirit will allow me to just see that, you know, because I know people are, you know, worrying about her son and, you know, what will happen. So I want to do a quick poll on it. I know he's a child, but I want to see if he's going to be okay. You know, so I will ask Spirit if I could do it. I don't want to just not ask for permission, because this is Naya's son, and she's very protective over him. Alright, guys, does anybody know what her sun is? I'm wondering if her son has Scorpio in his chart, because I'm seeing that his mother was supposed to pass. Because, again, I am getting my transformation card. I'm getting my transformation card, guys. Again, that came out. And guess what also came out? Heartache and loss. Cannot make this up. My cards are like awareness in the reverse. This was supposed to happen. As sad as that's, I know maybe all tarot readers won't say this, guys, and that's okay. I'm gonna take a chance and say this. I could be wrong, okay? But Spirit is saying that this was supposed to happen, because the son is going to transform from this. Will it be easy for him? Absolutely not. He is going to go through a lot of trials and tribulations. But I do feel like this will help propel him. I see her son really going through it. He's going to go through it. He's going to go through it. He's young now, but it's always going to stay with him. But I see him being heavily protected. Obviously, this is, you know, obvious that her son will, you know, not be okay from this. Spirit is saying where the energy stands right now, he's going to have a hard time having motivation. You know, his mother was he was like really close to her, and he's always going to feel like a piece of her in him is missing, if that makes sense. Like, he's going to feel like something's missing, and he's going to have a hard time having passions in life, is saying, because he's just like, well, he's gonna be angry, like, why did this happen? Why was my mother taken from me? This isn't fair. And I'm seeing her son may get into heavy partying. He's just not going to handle it very well. He's not going to handle it very well, guys, as he gets older. Yeah. I'm going to say when her son reaches 30, 23 to 30, he's going to go through a moment where we're going to hear about him doing a lot of crazy things. We're probably going to see him. They're going to the media is going to keep an eye on him. But he will overcome it. He will gain power from this. He will take control back. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be, I don't know what his sign is, but he's going to be like very quick and on to the next. Like, okay, done, on to the next. Like, he's always going to be dissatisfied. But Naya is going to come around him in the moments where he is feeling not okay. You know, she is going to come around him and help him to gain back his power and to triumph. So he's going to be a little lost, guys. I'm not going to lie. To you all, he's going to be lost. He's not going to be doing well. Especially when he hits 20, I'm going to say 23. 23 into his 30s, 35, maybe 30. He's going to go through a period of like partying. He's going to be reckless. I see it. He's going to be reckless. He's going to be like not wanting to deal. He's going to be all about his friends and what his friends want him to do. But that is going to help him find himself. And that's not for us to judge. He's supposed to go through that so he can transform out of that and do the things that his mother would want him to do and be proud of him for. Not want him to do. I'm sorry. She wants him to be happy. But like, her son is very smart, and I see him reaching good achievements. He's gonna overcome this. He's not gonna want to talk about his mother. It's gonna be a very sore topic for him, but I see him marrying a woman that is gonna be like his mother. It's gonna be cute. She's gonna be like Naya. He will be okay. It's just him. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna suck, you know, for a long time for him. That was all that Spirit is giving me. I don't want to make this video too long because, again, this is a case that is still being, you know, just they're still going through the case. So Spirit is telling me to pull out of the energy, you know, for my own safety, of course, and you know, I don't want to disrespect Naya's energy too much, or her son or her family, because they are mourning. But let's, you know, let's give prayer to her son. Let's give prayer to Naya's family, to the baby side of the family, her son side of the family, I mean. And yeah, I'm not going to say anything else, but I hope this found you guys in good spirits. Like, hopefully some answers came out of this video. I do want to do a channeling video on Naya, so look out for that in the future. Once again, if you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, please email me at Sade'sTarotTea@yahoo.com. And if you like what you see here, you would like to stick around for a while, please subscribe to my channel. Would love to have you. And please remember, guys, to be kind to one another. And whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a good day or night. Please stay safe. Namaste.